Okay, here we are with the cutout blank. As you can see, it's kind of rough, still rough around the edges. But the overall shape is taking form at this time. Or the overall form is taking shape at this time, however you want to say it again. My next thing I'll do is I'll use my 1-inch belt grinder, sander, and I'll run it through the edges, clean everything up, kind of get everything more contoured. Where the bends start, smooth them out. Get all the burrs and stuff off of it, all the grinding marks off of it. Clean it up. They look good. And then we'll move on to the next step. And I'll show you this when I get done on this. Alright, here is some of the next stage. I'll show you what I'm doing here. Trying to get some of that flatness out of it, kind of make it fluid. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry if I'm not holding it in there, but this flatness right here on the back side, I'm trying to get just a slight, ever so slight arch to it, so it don't look so flat. Alright, that's good enough for the next step. Just clean it up, getting all the boogered edges off of it where it's nice and smooth, where you can handle it without cutting yourself too much. Not too bad. I mean, it's still a little flat, but I think it'll be alright time I get done. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in my forge, and I'm going to beat this edge out from, I don't know, about halfway, and I'm going to beat it down this way. I'm going to taper it as I go, so it gets thinner, and it'll give me a little bit wider blade. It'll probably curve up a little bit here at the end. That's okay. If it does, I'll just grind it back down so I have my flat edge. Just kind of going for a spear point type. But you know, you can make all the plans in the world and mess up in the last step and change everything. So the goal is, that's pretty much the shape that I'm wanting. It doesn't necessarily mean that's what I'll end up with, but there's a good chance. So, alright, we'll move on to the next step, and I'll show you a little bit of that. Alright, I put it back in the forge and reheat it up. As you can see, it's hot. So, you gotta kind of work kind of fast here with the tools that I got, but I'll show you. Put it back in there, keep doing it, repeat the process over and over and over until your arm falls off, until you get your desired edge or thickness, whatever you want, or whichever way you want to look at it. And I'll show you more as I go. Alright, I'm done with the hammer forge part of it. I think I got a pretty good thin edge on it. Thin enough that I can work with my belt grinder. Get it down to a razor sharp edge. See how it bends there when you beat on it? Stretches it. I'm not sure, it's kind of cool looking. I don't know if I'll leave it like that or go ahead and trim it back down. I ain't decided yet. But anyway, that's that step of it. And more to come. we'll go on to the next step. Alright, it's day 2 of the knife build, and I just want to show how far I've gotten. Started doing some finer grinding on it to get, you know, a more defined look. Oh, you can see it. Getting all the pits out of it and the hammer marks, trying to get all the hammer marks out of it as much as possible anyway. That's the only thing that really, you know, is a drawback to hammer forging out stuff is, you know, the hammer marks. And sometimes it looks good and sometimes it just don't look right and you got to get it out. Like, there's a divot right there. It needs to be ground out some more, and I'll get it. But on some knives it looks good and it kind of adds to its character, and some knives just don't look right. This has got enough character in these old follow marks that it really doesn't. The hammer dimples in it make it look a little bit tackier, I think. That's my opinion. Anyway, there we are so far, and I'm going to keep grinding on it and get down the edge. As you can see, it's got a blunt edge on it. When I get done with it, it'll have a sharp edge. I'll have some holes drilled in it for pins. But anyway, there we are so far. We'll keep it going. I'm going to try to keep these little video segments shorter. I kind of went long on yesterday's batch, and I went to put them on the computer, and it took all night to do it. So I need to keep them shorter, and so they're going to be just little fast clips, a couple minutes or less. So we'll get back with you.